This is Markus from Genelec, and welcome to the world of Smart IP. In my presentation, I will tell you all you need to know about Genelec Smart IP system and what are the unique features of one cable connectivity. What do you need to know about things like network switches, power over Ethernet feeds, software tools to use when configuring the system? I will tell you all about it. Let's get started. Genelec Smart IP is a range of installation loudspeakers that is designed and tailored for various applications ranging from hospitality to corporate AV, retail installations, museums and heritage, educational facilities, and various other media systems. The Smart IP range has been developed for discerning professionals who demand premium performance from installed loudspeakers that integrate quickly and seamlessly. With over 4 decades as the world's leading provider of professional studio monitoring loudspeakers, Genelec is uniquely placed to offer truthful, detailed, and rich sounding loudspeaker solutions for audiovisual installations. Smart IP is scalable, open IP network technology that delivers audio, power, and loudspeaker management, including configuration, system supervision, and calibration tools, all via a single standard network cable. The flexibility and convenience of networked audio, powered by power over Ethernet and compatible with both Dante and AES67 IP audio streams, Smart IP is simple and flexible, highly scalable and powerful, yet cost and energy efficient. The system is using the same time-tested networking method as Ethernet when we are forming local area networks for computers. Our Smart IP loudspeakers make premium quality networked audio easy. We are delivering over the single CAT cable to each loudspeaker first of all power. Power over Ethernet feed is powering each loudspeaker. We can operate either with PoE Plus or PoE, and more of that in the following chapter. Then we have management for the system. We have a dedicated configuring tool, Genelec Smart IP Manager, and then we provide an open application programming interface in the loudspeakers towards third-party control systems. And then we have the audio input, either AES67 or Dante stream delivered to each loudspeaker. Then as an alternative, we also provide analog line level input to each loudspeaker that is a local feed to that particular loudspeaker featuring a Euroblock type screw mount connector. Considering a conventional AV system, installed audio needs a lot of different devices and functionalities, starting from automation system, processors, amplifiers, and with the Smart IP, this is the all-inclusive solution with built-in power amplifiers, signal processing with equalizers, level trims, and delay trims, preset profiles that can be stored and recalled from the loudspeaker, links to the automation system, status monitoring, and audio streaming, all integrated inside the loudspeaker cabinet. First of all, let's talk more about the power. Loudspeakers are powered using PoE, Power over Ethernet Plus power feed, and the recommended way of delivering that to the loudspeakers is to have a network switch that is PoE Plus enabled. The network switch receives mains power and then feeds low voltage power to each loudspeaker. And the maximum cabling length in all the scenarios is 100 meters. That is actually not limited by the power feed, but the data traffic in Ethernet networking. Each loudspeaker needs to have its own dedicated port on the switch that is capable of providing the needed PoE Plus power. If you are specifying a Smart IP loudspeaker system to application where the switch already exists in the building or facility and it does not have PoE power feeds available, it is possible to add another device called PoE Plus injector between the switch and the loudspeaker, and this way the PoE Plus injector will feed the power to the network cable and the switch can be a conventional managed unpowered port switch, and this way we can kind of retrofit or add the PoE Plus feed to the system. Also in this scenario, the maximum cabling length is 100 meters. The nice thing with the PoE power is that it is a standardized way of delivering power over network cables. It is a IEEE 802 standard, and this makes specifying the system very easy. You only need to make sure that your switch is capable of delivering PoE Plus according to the standard. In this scenario, the power feed is 30 watts of electricity from each port, and the PoE Plus also comes with a management profile or protocol called LLDP, Link Layer Discovery Protocol. That provides the handshaking between the connected device and the switch, and then will provide the required amount of power to each device, also protecting the overall system from overloads. And in the case that you have too many devices connected to the switch so that it will run out of power capacity, LLDP will automatically reduce the power on the ports either to PoE, which is the older power standard providing only 15 watts, or if required, the LLDP can switch off the ports completely. This makes the power feed very robust and reliable, and you really don't have to worry about the integrity of the electricity. It is done automatically. How do we power a loudspeaker with only 30 watts or even 15 watts in the reduced power mode? That requires a little bit of magic inside the power supply of each loudspeaker. We have a fixed, fairly low level power coming in from the network cable, and then we have a storage of energy inside each loudspeaker inside the power supply, where we can then get some extra electricity when we need it for the higher peaks in the audio signal. Comparing the 15 watt PoE to the 30 watt PoE Plus, there is no difference in the maximum performance of the loudspeakers. The only limitation is the duration of the highest output, so that with reduced power PoE feed, the loudspeaker cannot perform at maximum output levels as long as it can do with PoE Plus. The power management occurs inside each loudspeaker, and they can tolerate this kind of low power feed conditions and automatically reduce the output when needed. Then there's the question of network switches and what are the recommendations. Smart IP systems can operate with most commercially available network switches from various different vendors. Any brand can be used that is supporting the needed services. The general guideline is that the switch should be a managed, gigabit networking, PoE Plus capable network switch, and there are certain services that the system needs from the switch. We need QoS, quality of service, that provides a prioritization of network traffic, ensuring that the audio streams run flawlessly. Then we have IGMP snooping, that is needed if multicast audio streams are running in the network. And then there is one protocol that is called EEE, Energy Efficient Ethernet. That is a power saving mode in some of the switches, and this is not supported. It should be disabled from the switch. Large multiple switch networks need to be configured and designed as any network is engineered, and it is recommended to use consistently the same vendor for all managed switches in the same network. There is one good option for running the Smart IP system, and that is the Netgear AV line switches. They provide the perfect ecosystem for Genelec Smart IP systems with full PoE Plus power provided on all ports, and there's a wide range of switches between 8 to 40 ports available, making the system setup very easy and intuitive. And Netgear switches also feature a dedicated Genelec Smart IP network profile that you can assign to those ports that you have our loudspeakers connected to, making the switch configuration very easy and trouble-free. Let's talk about the network identity of each loudspeaker. Each loudspeaker has two different network identities. First of all, we have the Genelec side. where the loudspeaker has a device name, IP address, subnet assignment, and this part is used for our configuration tool, Smart IP Manager, and also when you are interfacing with third-party control systems through the application programming interface. Then each loudspeaker also has the so-called Dante identity, which is the signal transmission and receiving part, which has also a device name, IP address, subnet assignment, and these settings are accessed through Dante controller or Dante domain manager via softwares. The device name is the same on both of these identities, and if you name the devices on the Dante controller, that same name will be populated automatically to the control side. Then there is a question that how large channel counts can this kind of system handle or deliver? There is really no limitation to the maximum channel count of your playback system. It is only a question of how much network capacity and available network ports you can provide. The streaming standards have certain structure to how they handle the audio channel count. AS67 streams and Dante streams behave slightly differently. First of all, they use different version of the synchronization method, which is your signal clocking on the network. AS67 is using PTP, Precision Time Protocol version 2 synchronization, whereas Dante is using the older version 1 synchronization. And this means that these two protocols cannot coexist or run simultaneously in the same device. You have to make the decision that do you want to configure it to either AS67 or Dante. The maximum channel count available on the network is entirely depending on the capacity of the device that is sending the audio out to the network. Dante devices are sending flows of 4 channels, which are then combined together to reach the required maximum number, whereas AS67 devices are sending 8 channel streams, combining those together. But any channel count starting from 1 up to hundreds of channels is possible to do and fully capable of delivering that through the network. To assign the audio channels into the loudspeaker, you need to use always Dante controller, the software tool that provides you the patching of the signals from the source into the receivers, which in this case are Smart IP loudspeakers. This also applies for AS67, where you enable the AS67 mode on the device and then assign those streams. Each loudspeaker has flexible input selection. We provide a 2-channel input from the network stream, so you can either receive 1 channel or 2 channels simultaneously and switch between those two. And then, as mentioned already, we have the analog line in local feed that can be also used to feed the loudspeaker, and that can be also mixed together with the network stream. For third-party control systems, we provide a public documented API, application programming interface, that uses a REST communication, which is a very standard way of interfacing between devices. And the protocol uses response messages in common human readable JSON format that is more or less English. And we provide different command classes from the loudspeaker. You can adjust the audio level, mute the loudspeaker. You can retrieve device information, device name and different status messages. And then you can recall different profiles that have been stored into the loudspeaker. Then there are certain features inside the loudspeaker that need to be accessed using the Smart IP Manager software, and those are not available through the API. And those are the frequency response adjustments and zone creation. So you can create control zones for the loudspeakers and then assign each loudspeaker to be part of that zone. Smart IP Manager is available online, and it is intended for the configuration and commissioning tool of the loudspeaker system, providing discovery and organization of each loudspeaker into the system, as mentioned, zone definition and management of those control zones, power management, input selection, and acoustic profile programming for each loudspeaker, and also some lifetime maintenance tools, including firmware updates, network management, and error handling. The Smart IP Manager is available for download under genelec.com, and it is recommended that this tool is not used in the daily operation of the system. This is intended for the installer and system commissioning, and those daily tasks that you need every day to run the system should be handled by the control system through the public API interface. Smart IP Manager helps you to organize the loudspeakers into logical zones. They can be either functional zones or different rooms in the venue, and you can also acoustically calibrate the loudspeakers by assigning audio processing different frequency corrections into the loudspeaker, enabling you to tailor the way the loudspeaker performs in each condition, different acoustics, different listening distances, and so on. These settings are available manually through the Smart IP Manager, and you can store those into the recallable profiles. The growing family of Smart IP loudspeakers offers a compact, aesthetically beautiful solution ideal for a wide range of commercial and professional installations, various room sizes and project scales. More information on the product range you can find under genelec.com. Some of the models in the Smart IP range are also available in different color options, starting with the raw unpainted aluminum finish and the choice of 120 RAL colors. We also provide a wide range of mounting accessories so that you can mount the loudspeakers ideally into the space and integrate them seamlessly with the interior. Smart IP is available globally from selected Smart IP certified sales partners, and you can find them on the genelec.com where to buy website. Thank you for joining us. If you want to know more, you can always go to genelec.com or follow our Genelec Install Sound page on LinkedIn. See you there.